Hi, so here's a video for those who try a technique like mind awake body sleep, and the thing that happens, they wake up really tired and exhausted. So here's the thing. A lot of people, when they come back from work after the long day or whatever you've been doing, at night we just want to rest. And that people want to get some rest, vegetate, just like not think about stuff, watch TV, relax, and not do anything. And here I am telling you that at night you should try mind awake body asleep. Have your body fall asleep and keep your mind working. Of course you're gonna be tired. Of course you don't want to do that. Of course you're not the person who's like, oh yeah, I'm excited to get up at 3 a.m. to try to get out of body. No, a lot of people just like, oh god, no, and they like will get away with their like alarm clock and like try to shut up everything because they just want to get some nice rest after a long day, and that's understandable. So what we do is okay, maybe you are too tired, too lazy, and your priority is not working at night to try to get out. So what you have to do is you have to compensate the time. And the things you cannot do at night or don't want to do at night because it's too tiresome, it takes too much time and attention, you just want to rest and you have tons of excuses to not practice and you just want to rest. And that's okay. That is totally okay. So what we do is we have to work during the day and do similar things that will build up your skill to get out of body. And by that I'm saying simple things. Of course, simple is not easy. So, we can start from keeping a dream journal. So what you do is like every time you have a dream, you have to write it down. And even those like who needs to write down that nonsense, some of you will actually do it. And you can write it down in your dream journal. You can keep your phone close and just like record the audio, or you can wake up your lover, your mom, or someone next to you, or your cat, like, hey, listen, get him, and you will wake them up and you tell them about your dream. But the thing is, it's not for others to hear, it's for you to repeat to help you memorize it better. The more you memorize your dreams, and you don't have to remember every single detail, but if you start recording them, writing them down, and keeping a journal, in whichever way it is, written one, or you just like share it. But the thing is, the more you share your dreams with your journal, with your audio recorder, or with your cat or whoever, the better your memory will get. And the thing is, what happens is that in dreams, you automatically start paying more attention. Which means that whenever you dream and you do something, you automatically pay more attention, like, oh look, and it happens automatically. You might just see things and you don't have control yet. You're just experiencing life or there in dream. And in dream state, once you start paying more attention naturally after recording your dreams, what happens is you get more grounded, you get more focused, and you become lucid in that state. So that you're dreaming, you pay more like, oh look, a cup. And what happens like, hey, I'm dreaming. So you finally get that realization in a dream because you're paying more attention, you slow down, and that will get you into lucid state. From lucid, you can try working through details like paying more attention at your hands, like looking, like focusing, grounding, lifting up your vibration, doing having this process, which will help you to go from the lucid state into getting out of body or maybe astral projection. So that will give you more freedom. That being said, very simple thing with that is basically asking yourself questions. During the day, you might be at work, you might be at school, you might be out with your friends, and you might be partying, you might be sitting on a pot, you might be doing lots of things. But what you have to do is ask yourself some questions. Am I dreaming now? Is this real? Am I awake? So you ask yourself these questions. And it doesn't matter how often you ask them, you can ask them at least once a day or maybe every 15 minutes. It's up to you and how much you want to do it. But the thing is, with that, you are creating a habit. Every day, you keep asking yourself these questions. Am I dreaming now? Am I awake? Is this real? So what happens, you create a habit of asking these questions. And for you right now, these questions might be useless. Like, okay, I'll just do what she said. I'll ask myself a question. Big deal. Cool. And so you do it today. You do it in 5 minutes, maybe in an hour, maybe after 12 hours you remember, oh yeah, I should ask myself a question. And you ask yourself the question. So what happens, you create a habit. And in the dream state, while you're involved in that world of whatever you might be doing, it might be a nonsense dream, it might be something interesting, but you automatically ask yourself, am I dreaming now? And you're like, wait a minute, yeah, this is a dream, because something wasn't right. And you realize that you were dreaming. You ask yourself the question that you kept asking here while you were awake. So while you have your consciousness during the day and you're working, you're like studying, you're doing lots of things during the day. And it's okay. So you ask yourself these questions, creating a habit, which will help you become more aware in lucid dreams and like in dreams to create the lucid state. And from then you can also get out of body. Another thing with that is a simple neuro-linguistic programming technique. And basically, I use it to remember my dreams better or remember the experiences, but I can also create a program and okay, I'll try this now. So the way this technique works is basically when you wake up in your room, choose an object in your room that's always there, that you like, that will always catch your attention. And create a rule that whenever you see that object, you will remember your memory from the dream, or ubi, because it's possible that you can get out of body, but you will not remember what you've experienced. So right now you wake up and oh look my guitar, oh look my PC, oh look my dog, or something. And basically you will pick an object that will always be there in your room. Maybe like a ceiling, maybe like a light bulb or something, anything. So you tell yourself, every time I see my ceiling, every time I see my this little gallery thing or something, you will recall your dream. And what happens, you keep repeating that, you create a rule, memorize it, make your brain believe that that's gonna happen. And this basically works like a dream catcher, but so you wake up, you have an experience, and you're like, oh yeah, and you stretch and you look around, and accidentally your eye catches an object. You don't think about it, you're just like, oh yeah, cool, and you see it, and you're like, you're just waking up. But the moment you see it, since you created the rule to remember your dreams, you will recall the memory of the last experience you've had. So that being said, this is a technique to remember the dreams, but you can use it in dreams. Like, okay, whenever I see this object, I will become more lucid. I will get out of body. I will have astral projection. So you create a rule, you program yourself, you just repeat it until you finally believe it. And in your dream, you might automatically do something, and randomly you've seen that object. Randomly you've seen, oh look, a light bulb. And boom, you become lucid, you get out of body, you go into the astral projection state, and from then on, you can do whatever you want. So this is a technique basically where you yourself, you program yourself, you create a rule which will help you to have more awareness out there, and whatever you want to do it, will it be having more lucid state, or will it be having an out-of-body experience? It's up to you. But you can create these rules okay, whenever I see this object, I will have more lucidity, I will have a better awareness, I will have clear visuals, so you create the rule of what you want, and basically you can okay, 10 objects. Every time I see a flower, I will have better visuals. Every time I see a tree, I will have more smells, and you will be able to perceive much more. Every time you see a window, you will have more lucidity, you'll have more awareness, more consciousness over there, and you can just be in town. You can be having a Western, a dream in the Western world, and what happens, oh look, flowers, and automatically you have better visuals. You start you see a tree and you start smelling better. You your smellers are your senses are enhanced, and from then on you create the rules. So whatever you want to try out, more lucidity, maybe enhance perception, maybe okay, I will teleport into another realm every time I see this. Every time you walk through a door, you will recall a past life. It is up to you the way you want to create rules, but the thing is, don't worry if it doesn't work the first time. It's a process. You have to program yourself to that so that it would become natural habits, so that you would not even think about it. But since it's already there in your subconscious, since you've programmed yourself and you're just experiencing something random in the dream, unless it's something you've experienced in life and that's more of a made-up dream. So when you are in a dream and you go through the door or whatever program you've created, it will subconsciously activate it, and all of a sudden you have more lucidity, you have more consciousness, so that will help. So apart from this technique, you can also eat more oranges. The thing about oranges is it helps you to raise your vibration, and the perfect example is Dr. Robert Morse. He's helping people, he's a doctor, he's helping people with cleaning the lymphatic system, making sure that, you can eat fruits and veggies, and mainly fruits, and with that, sort of help yourself and clear yourself of diseases and stuff. So you can go check out his stuff, on YouTube or other places on the internet. But the thing is, what he did for 3 months, he was eating only oranges, nothing else. No veggies, no meat, no nothing, only oranges for 3 months. And he was drinking water and doing other things, but basically oranges is the only meal he's gonna have during the day. And what happens after 3 months? His vibration is so freaking high that he cannot stay inside the body. He's out all the freaking time. And so he has to change up his diet, he has to change up his lifestyle to be grounded in the physical body. So my tip is, hey, if you're not allergic, If you like fruits, if you like oranges, just include them in your diet. You don't have to be like Dr. Robert Morse. You don't have to quit everything, but just add more oranges in your diet and try to eat them more often. And hopefully that'll help you to raise your vibration and get into the place where you get out of body at least more often. Or at least you become more aware, more conscious, and you can go from the dream state to lucid state into getting out of body. So that's another little tip I have. And here's another thing. We have present time problems. We have a thing with like needing more rest. You might have like had a real long day. You might have worries about your work, about your life, about your career, lots of things. You have present time problems and it's like it's there right in front of you. Like, oh my god, my teeth hurts. Like I need to take care of my children. I need to do other things. All of these things will play a part. Because when we have problems, our attention shifts here to this realm, to this like planet, to this earth. And what happens is like, okay, you have to deal with your car, you have to take care of your kids, you have to make dinner, you have to like take care of your relationships, tons of little things. Christmas is coming. Oh my god, I have to decorate my house, I have to buy presents, and I need to make more money, and lots of things will come up into people's worlds. And these are just minor issues. Some people have nothing to eat, they're starving and stuff. So what happens if you can try dealing with present time problems, because when we're worried, when we're concerned, when we have something going on in our lives, our attention shifts here. We need to fix these things because otherwise you're trying to get out of body, you're trying to like, okay, I'm gonna practice my my techniques to get out of body, and deep inside you're still thinking like, will my kids be okay? I need to decorate the house faster. I should probably like wash my clothes or stuff. And you will have something in your mind like over there going on. And you're trying to get out. You're trying these techniques, but somewhere deep inside you still have that conversation going because you haven't fixed the issue. You still worry about your car. You still have worries about your relationships and different things. So it's important to clear up those areas, to fix it one by one, little things, but one step at a time. You have plenty of time to get out of body. It always takes practice and stuff. But if you can clear somehow your present type of problems, then it's easier for me to say, hey, just like clear it up. Yeah, right. Like you're not working in my shoe. Like you're not working in this huge company that I have to fix. You're not doing this. And like I don't know what's your life like. I don't know what kind of issues you have. But the thing is, right now you have no awareness that like when you have problems, issues, fears, concerns, worries and all that, your attention shifts here. You have to fix these because otherwise when you go to bed, deep there inside you still worry about it, you still think about it, it's still there. So you don't have the freedom to get out because you are focused here. And if you are able to fix these problems, or at least get to the point where it doesn't bother you anymore, where you can get plenty of rest during the night or during the day, you not even think about it because it's done. So when you reach that state, it will automatically open up more doors. It's as if you go to bed and all of your issues, your worries, your concerns will be like, a box on top of you. It's gonna wake you up and like it just pushes you down and you're like, oh, I'm trapped, like I cannot move and stuff. Like imagine that. And once you fix your problems, it's like pushing those boxes away and now you have place to breathe and you can move and you can get out. So if you can, try going through your life and try solving your problems, your limiting beliefs and different things. And that's going to be hard. I'm not saying like it's easy or anything. But that's something to keep in mind. Because if we have something going on, like you're trying to get out of body, but you might be having issues with entities, you might have relationship issues, you might have something else going on, you might have some pain in the body, you're trying to relax, but you have a succubus messing with you, it's not going to be easy. It's like, oh yeah, easy for you to say. Like, no, like I can understand you having issues. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you can clear those problems and get plenty of rest, because getting 4 hours of rest is not that good. It's up to you how many hours you sleep and get rested. But if you sleep longer, you have more time to hit the REM cycle, to trigger the lucid dreams, and to experience those states. It's easier for me to say because I'm the person who can just close my eyes and like, okay, yeah, close my eyes and I'm out of body, and like my body will fall asleep, but I'm already playing in other realms and like I'm already experiencing things. For others, like they have to practice, and so it's easy for me to talk because I have the experience, but I haven't really gone through that sort of struggle. So anyway, these are just a few tips. But if you feel like you try to get out of body at night and it just doesn't work, or you get really tired, it's okay. You don't have to work during the night. You don't have to like try really hard, but just try little things during the day that will help you. And eventually you can create habits during the day while you're awake, and it doesn't take that much. You can literally be sitting on the pot and just trying like to pee or something, and you can like, okay, yeah, am I dreaming now? You can literally like talk to your coworker, and in your head, like while they're talking, you're like, is this real? Like you can ask these questions at any time. You can like eat orange at any time during the day, hopefully, if you can afford it and all that. But like little things during the day, little practices, little routine things will create habits that eventually will play off. And all it takes right now is to have the willpower and just like, okay, what do I want to get out of body? It's just to have fun. Do you have a bigger goal? Like, what do you want to get out of body? Once you have a goal that'll sort of move you and motivate you, once you are clear why you want to get out, it's going to be easier on its own. So have a clear goal, have patience. Easy for me to say, but like be patient and try out these techniques. Like try like asking yourself these questions, changing up your diet a little bit, maybe trying like these NLP techniques and like trying practicing your memory and stuff. But just little habits during the day will help you build up to a stage where you don't have to practice during the night when you try to get some sleep, and you can literally program yourself into a place where you are in a dream, and from there you have the awareness and you can like wake up, become lucid, and get out of body. So you don't have to worry about like all these techniques. You can work during the day, and when you go to sleep, you just go to sleep, but the habits that you've created will be automatic when you sleep, and that will help you to get out. So hopefully these tips will work for you. Maybe you can use some of these. Maybe you have some other things to offer to people. Like there are tons of things that people can do. I offer just a few. There are tons more. So like you can pinch your nose and try to breathe. You can in that like that might help to get some more awareness and stuff. But if you have other techniques that you're using during the day that will help you to get out at night, feel free to share your experience. Feel free to share like hey, what do you do when you are feeling exhausted after the night of practicing, and do you have some other ways for people to try out? So feel free to share your experience. Feel free to share what you think about these techniques, try them out, and let me know what happens. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next video. Bye.